The climate crisis isn't centuries or even decades out. We are in an all-out climate emergency right now.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you?
The challenge is that the issues are so big and daunting, we aren't psychologically equipped to deal with them. While denial is an understandable coping mechanism, facing and embracing climate truth is our only hope for change. It is obvious that our current efforts are deeply insufficient for the survival of civilization as we know it.
Right here, right now, is where we draw the line. The world is waking up.
It isn't easy to know what to do in a crisis. Most of us right now are feeling that uncertainty of how to act. But humanity seems to have an innate capacity to face crisis, find our will to survive, and through community, find the heart and courage to take action. Daily Acts has been working from the ground up to do just that. We create sustainability solutions and models, we inspire community action, and we grow and connect leaders.
Can't thank you enough on behalf.
Brianna is very well versed in the planting.
And you can plant it, okay? I feel like we live in this world right now where there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of concern, there's a lot of divisiveness, there's a lot of depression, and to have hope and to have the sense of the community coming together in pursuit of a greater cause, that's Daily Acts to me.
We connect people to their power, to each other, and to this big planetary moment. We convene communities, leadership networks, coalitions. Then we catalyze transformative action, from planting a school garden to transforming a city landscape to mobilizing thousands of people to take tens of thousands of actions. With record drought, floods, and fires in recent years, the need is only growing.
My take is that Daily Acts has been perfectly suited and has been prepping to be one of the leading voices, certainly in Sonoma County and the greater Bay Area in California for a long time, just because they began with the idea of a Daily Act.
I really feel that we need leaders like Trathan and organizations like Daily Acts to actually drive the conversation about the climate catastrophe forward.
Showing a positive way forward, that's a proactive way forward, that's about dirt under the nails, but actually gets into the policy nuts and bolts, but also knows how to have a good time with it as well.
Last year, as a part of a global surge of action to address the climate emergency, Daily Acts helped launch a number of initiatives, including Climate Action Petaluma, which worked with our city to create Sonoma County's first climate emergency resolution, as well as the first Climate Policy Commission. This led to a ripple effect of more climate emergency resolutions throughout the county. And just when it felt like we had this momentum to create a tipping point in addressing the climate crisis, our world gets turned upside down. First with COVID, and then with the brutal, ongoing systemic racism and taking of more Black lives. And then we get hit with more record storms and hurricanes, record heat, record fires, and smoke covering California and the West Coast. But in dark times, people rise up and we turn our grief into action. And so within the first few months of COVID, Daily Acts worked with the Petaluma Climate Commission and dozens of volunteers to create a bold 44-page draft climate emergency framework. We worked with local businesses and organizations, and we gave out 1,000 apartment-friendly food garden kits with culturally appropriate seeds and starts and bilingual information. And we stepped up our commitment to supporting youth climate leadership by bringing the Eco to School program into Daily Acts.
Eco to School gave me the means to organize with my community and have my voice heard.
In the last 3 years, Eco to School has reached 46,000 students on our climate education campaigns.
When we gather and think creatively and make changes in our local institutions and our local communities, this quite literally ripples out to the larger world.
Daily Acts has been really central to our role in the community outreach process for the current draft of the framework. From the beginning of our outreach processes, Daily Acts was present, and they were ready to offer knowledge and their labor to help us get this effort out.
What we're experiencing, what we're impacting with climate change affects our whole being. Not just on a policy level, but how we as human beings are impacted by the changes that are happening to our climate. And then how do we navigate that? How do we deal with all the emotions that come up around that and the deep and profound grief?
The scale and urgency, the overwhelm, grief, and heartbreak are not to be underestimated. We need more climate truth, an inclusive vision, and building the public and political will to unleash the power of community.
I think that in many ways, Daily Acts was born to lead us out of the climate crisis in Sonoma County.
I see them as people who are uplifting the rest of us.
Daily Acts has been working on climate issues since they first started. During these dire times, they know the steps that we should be taking.
We want to feel like there's something that we can do. We want to feel like we're empowered in some way.
Hope is a verb with its sleeves rolled up. And what I love about Daily Acts is it just teaches people how to roll up their sleeves.
It gives me hope that the community can actually rally to make a difference in the fight against climate change.
Because the climate crisis is now, it's been happening for a long time, it ain't slowing down, and it's an all hands on deck moment.
Daily Acts empowers everyday, ordinary residents of Sonoma County and beyond to actually make meaningful differences. And that's a really, really powerful thing. It gives us hope.
Together we can do this.
Save the planet! Save the planet!